It feels like Sun Valley is in the air. Today we get a new build of Windows 10. It is this time build 21343 on the dev channel, and that includes a whole bunch of new icons. So let's jump in and take a deep dive and see what's going on. So here we are taking a look at this latest build 21343, and with it, like I said in the intro, it is the icon essentially update, where they updated quite a few icons, not too many icons, but they updated mainly some icons in the file explorer. So I have it open right here. You can see that the desktop, documents, downloads, music, pictures, videos, the drive icons, they've all been updated. The one thing that you'll notice is under my network locations here, this has not been updated. The family room / this network drive has not been updated. It still is the regular version from what looks like, I believe, the Windows 7 days, if I can't remember exactly. But overall, I like the designs of these icons. They made them pretty straightforward, like a video folder, which is a good name. They have the pictures, they have the music, like I said. They look exactly like how you would expect them to be based on their title. So that looks really good to me. Now, they said that the one thing that you'll have issues with when this new update comes out and you guys get it is that your saved folders that were in your quick access area here, they're going to be gone, so you have to remap them back to this area here if you want to do that. I have yet to do that, but I'll do that after the video is over. So let's get back into the actual blog post article that they announced with the build. So it's build 21343. They began updating icons in Windows 10 last year, and it says that the icons currently for Windows Security, Narrator icon, and Notepad icon have been updated, and all of those are in this build. I'm having some issues with the search function, but we'll see if it works just now. So if I type in Notepad, you can see how the Notepad icon looks like. That is the new icon. It doesn't look like the old one, obviously. If we type in Security, this is the new Windows Security icon. Again, it looks fluent, it looks good, it's very blue, just like every other icon that Microsoft's making. I guess they love the color blue all of a sudden. And then they also have the Narrator icon, which they also updated, I believe, a few builds ago. Also looks really good. It matches the current times where we don't have fat CRT monitors, we have flat screens, so that's pretty good. And then there's another thing that they did. They said that they renamed the Windows tools, or the Windows administrator tools, to just Windows tools. So you'll see here, let's see, so you see here, this is now the Windows tools. It's the same application, but it used to be called the Windows administrator tools, and now they just changed it, shortened it to Windows tools. Open it up, it's still the same thing that you're used to. So going down more, it says here, after upgrading, like I said in the beginning, any custom folders pinned to quick access will disappear. You can make note of them prior to the build or pause updates till we get a fix in. So it's a bug that erased your pinned quick access folders. Luckily for me, I have a screenshot that I pretty much made for this video, so you guys can see a comparison between before and after. So you'll see that on the screen earlier or now. So you see here, it says they've also changed the orientation of folder icons with the default file type icons. It says we made it for greater consistency across Microsoft products that show files, notably top level folders such as desktop, documents, downloads, pictures have a new redesign that make it a little easier to tell them apart at a glance. And yes, the recycling bin has also been updated. So you can see what the recycling bin looks like now. In fact, I'll click on it. This is the recycling bin before, after. They made it more straightforward in front of you. Everything has pretty much become looking at you versus looking to the side isometrically. So I guess that's a pretty interesting thing that it says, as you can imagine, there's a ton of icons, like I said in the beginning. So they'll be updating it over time. Now, the next thing that they added / improved was improvements to the Windows Sandbox and Windows or Microsoft Defender application guard. So they says here, both Windows Sandbox and Microsoft Defender application guard take advantage of special container technology built into Windows 10. So now, just a brief thing, as far as my understanding, you can essentially say that a container in Windows 10 is essentially like a virtual machine. Another example is that if you have Windows 10X, or if you have like a Surface Pro X, in fact, that runs on ARM. Certain applications that it can run that are, x86, it runs it in a container. Basically, it's like a virtual machine of Windows within Windows that allows it to run the program. So it's not actually running it by itself, it's running it in a virtual machine. So that's what they're saying there. It says previously the container runtime matched the host. Starting build 21343, we're introducing a new runtime that is designed and optimized for container scenarios. It's lightweight, allows much faster launch times for both Windows Sandbox and Microsoft Defender Application Guard. So again, it says we do not expect this change to affect the application compatibility inside Windows Sandbox. However, it's a significant change, so users will probably encounter some differences in behavior. So a lot of these things, I can see that it feels like these slight improvements / changes is like paving the way forward for the next generation, literally. We have Windows 10X coming. We have Surface Pro X that they're improving the Qualcomm 8CX chip. So like, if containers become more lightweight and more things support them, Surface Pro X and ARM devices can still run those things. So this is a core application. It's a Defender Application Guard. And so they are improving it so that way it runs better in circumstances that require a product to use containerization. So that's a pretty interesting thing. It says additionally, Sandbox includes Chromium-based Microsoft Edge browser. And here are the instructions to get started with Windows Sandbox. So that's probably be another video for that. And then now we're in the changes / improvements. As you know, this channel, if you've seen it before, I don't cover every single change because I'd be talking about this video for like an hour straight. But here it says they're changing the name of the administrative tools folder to Windows Tools, like I said. News and interests, here's an update on that. This is an update on that rollout. We're following our last update on languages and markets. We're also introducing experience to China. We'll be able to roll out news and interests to Windows Insiders, so it isn't available to everyone in the dev channel just yet. So they're trickling out news and interests coming to everybody, and they're adding more localization, so they're giving it to China as well. It says here we're also now rolling out a new IME candidate Windows design to all Windows Insiders using simplified Chinese IMEs. So again, that was similar to the few builds ago where they were doing that, and now they're rolling it out. It says here they updating the get help link in the touch keyboard to now say learn more. I guess that's good. It's just a slight wordage change. That's fine with me. Another thing here says we're updating the File Explorer, renaming files to Control plus left arrow or right arrow to move your cursor between words in the file name, as well as Control plus delete or Control plus backspace to delete words at a time, like other places in Windows. So they're just trying to make everything more streamlined and the same thing. So if you know the command for a function in Windows, something that Microsoft has made, it's not going to have a different shortcut or control scheme versus another application that's similar that they've also made. So they're just keeping everything consistent, which is really good. It says here we've updated some network related services in Windows so that the displayed symbols use updated system icons are recently added in the dev channel. So if I click on this link here, you can see that this is the news and interest update, but you can see these are the updated icons that they have. So they're updating the icons for the whole icon pack. I have these icons on Figma as I'm working on stuff, and now they're pushing it to the general system as well. It says based on feedback, the shared experience pages identifies an issue with your account connection. It will now send the notification directly to the Action Center rather than repeating the notification toast that need to be dismissed. So it kind of gets annoying when you get bombarded with like notifications over and over again by the shared experiences page. Now it's just going to stack it up into the Action Center. Really dope, really nice, clean, less interruptions when you're supposed to be doing your work or playing your game. I always like that. Now the fixes, I'm only going to pick a few out here that stood out to me. So one fix here is, it says they fixed an issue where devices receiving the DPC watchdog error bug checks, they fixed that issue. It says they also fixed an issue where devices with NVMe drives were experiencing disk resets and this WHEA uncorrectable error bug checks. Another thing down here that also stood out to me, it says we fixed an issue where on some high refresh rate monitors, games would only run at 60 Hertz. This issue also resulted in tearing in variable refresh rate monitor scenarios. So again, it stood out to me because my monitor here has been overclocked to 120 Hertz, and I had the same issue. And it was kind of annoying. It's pretty annoying because you didn't pay for the monitor for only to be limited to 60 hertz. It's an expensive monitor. And then last thing that stood out to me here, where was it? It says, we fixed an issue resulting in settings crashing for some insiders after launching it by double clicking the Windows Update icon in the taskbar. That would be super annoying. Luckily I didn't have that issue, but that's a super annoying thing that was there. Luckily they fixed it. It just shouldn't crash. This is a core application. It just shouldn't crash. So scrolling down some more, they have a whole bunch of things, and there's some known issues. This is the only other thing that I'm probably going to read on this, but it says for gaming specifically, it does apply for me, definitely. There's an issue in this build where certain games may crash, will not sync save data when a game is played on a different device, or will not save when a new game is installed. They're working on a build, but if you feel that impacts you, to avoid data corruption, we recommend you pause updates until they release a new build with the fix. That is a major, 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 major annoyance, and it's a known issue. Granted, I have a Series S here now, so I don't play games on my PC nearly as much. I'm also not sure whether this known issue is from Microsoft Store title games, or if it is like Steam and Epic Game Store or Rockstar Launcher style games. I have no idea. It's not very specific. It could be affecting all of them. I haven't had the issue, but I would hate to be playing like Final Fantasy 15 or Kingdom Hearts 3 since it comes out on Epic Game Store soon, and then it doesn't save and it crashes, and then you got so far, leveled up, got secret weapons and all this stuff, and then you come back and it's just everything is gone. That would be the most frustrating things with RPGs and things like that. But yeah, there's a whole lot more fixes and things there, but they're all things that you guys can take a look at if you're interested. To end this video, cut it a little short. Yeah, this was build 21343 on the dev channel. You can download it now. Could take about 30 minutes to an hour to install. But things look so far so good to me. I'll let you guys know if I see any issues or any new things that pop up. Yeah, and as always, enjoy your day.